Hello Dumaguete, hello Negros Oriental, hello Sillimanians around the world. This is Joshua Soldivillo, and on behalf of Ronelyn Faith Vailoces, you are watching #Silliman.
For #Silliman updates, the Silliman University College of Nursing conducted its third installment of the unit's capacity building initiative last August 12, 2022 at the Mary Marquis Smith Hall. The training had two main sessions: work-life balance and teaching methodologies for the modern learners and effective use of table specifications, facilitated and presented by Dr. Teresa A. Ginoo and Assistant Professor Joshua Soldivillo, respectively. On the other news, the Silliman University College of Education, CHED Center of Excellence in Teacher Education, is now accredited CPD provider for the licensed professional teachers. Stay tuned for trainings and workshops to be conducted to equip and upskill our teachers with the knowledge, skills, and values necessary to address the demands of the 21st century and the new normal education. The teacher education program of the college is Level 4 PAASCO accredited as well. The Silliman University Alumni and External Affairs Office is inviting all reunioning classes and groups to join the 121st Founders Day Parada Sillimaniana on August 27, 2022. There is a scheduled parade briefing on August 15, 2022, Monday at 2:30 p.m. at the Alumni Hall lobby. Those reunioning classes and groups that will send a representative to the briefing will be given preference in the Alumni Parade lineup. For more information, please call the Alumni and External Affairs Office at 035-422-6002, local 290-228, or you may send an email via alumni@su.edu.ph. That will be all. See you next week for another set of #Silliman updates.
Good evening, everyone. This is a program initiated to discuss matters concerning the campus by the sea. You're watching #Silliman. Mayong gabi sa tanan to all our watchers right now on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course, Channel 6, Field Products, and all Sillimanians around the world. Thank you for making our show as your Monday night habit. And of course, welcome to the month of August, not only because it's a lucky month for us, because it's number 8, but we're also celebrating our Founders Day. And of course, we are so excited because after a couple of years, we're finally able to brush each other's elbow and get to see students and other faculty members in the campus. But who are behind the celebration this year? Let's have a look what they have prepared for us. So allow me to introduce first our students from the student government. We have the co-chair of the Commission on Student Organization. We have Northaliahg Aventura. Hi Northaliahg, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
We also have with us tonight the Vice President of the Student Government. We have Miss Kyla.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
And of course, we have the Director of the Alumni External Office, Alumni and External Affairs Office. We have Sir Ruben Bokingo. Sir, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening.
And of course, the ever beautiful, the co-chair of this year's founding anniversary celebration, and of course, the Dean of the College of the Performing and Visual Arts. We have Dr. Elizabeth Susan Vista-Suarez. Ma'am, welcome to the show.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
All right. So I know that we're going to talk about the founding anniversary of this university, but I'd like to begin our conversation with your favorites about, celebrating Founders Day here in Silliman. Let's begin with our students. Maybe Northaliahg can begin.
For me, sir, I think that the most special part about Hibalag is the smell of the rain, because it reminds me
The
so
smell
much-
of the rain. Okay.
It reminds me so much of Hibalag, and as well as the sweet corn that's
Mm.
sold on the cart.
Yeah.
That's the most nostalgic thing about Hibalag.
Okay. How about our SG president,
As-
vice president?
As for me, so I have experienced Hibalag only for my first year here in Silliman University. So only 1 year. It's my first time experiencing Hibalag. And I believe that what I really miss and one of my favorites are, of course, the foods.
Okay.
You,
Which college are you from?
I'm from College of Arts and Sciences,
Okay.
taking up psychology. And of course, Hibalag is not the same without its boots.
I know. Okay. And of course, I know they're constant constant organizer slash observer slash ang daming roles ito nila. I'd like to ask Sir Ruben, your favorite part of our Founders Day.
It's really the news that we're going to have a face-to-face celebration.
Okay.
And after our alumni knew about this, it is really the reunioning batches that are really excited and are coming. So just like my high school batch, high school class 77, where Susan is also a classmate, we're celebrating our 45th high school reunion.
Wow.
So it's exciting because it's a
It is.
face-to-face celebration.
Right.
So I have contacted and these groups and high school groups
Right.
as well as college groups, and they have placed their interest and they're joining the parade and
Yeah.
all the different.
So it's the coming
activities.
together, no, that we always look forward to.
It
How
is.
about Ma'am Elizabeth?
Well, unlike Kyla,
Okay.
I grew up in Silliman and have witnessed Founders Day since forever.
Oh, literally in the campus.
Literally.
Maybe one of the founders.
I have lived in the campus for my whole life.
Yeah.
And I have seen the growth of the Founders Day celebrations as a child until like now. We're on our 45th year of
But
anniversary.
still very youthful.
Thank you. But it is always a joy to see people coming together and sharing this bond that they call the Silliman spirit. And it comes in different forms. It comes in sometimes just a hug, or even if you didn't know them before, they say, "Oy, you're a Sillimanian."
Mm.
And then it's
There's
like
an
you
instant
know,
connection.
you know them.
Yes,
Diba?
Yeah.
And well, that's one of the things. But because I am in the performing arts, we are always preparing to show who we are
Mm.
through the arts.
Yeah.
And so it is exciting that we have to plan every outstanding Sillimanian awards and try to make it the wow of the whole celebration, because it is a highlight
It is the highlight.
of the Founders Day. And really, because I have been here like forever, I can really see the love of everybody
Yeah.
that come together where they're like family.
Yeah.
And that brings me pure joy. Like Point Care over there, our classmate, he came to visit us for Founders Day. And it's like, wow, you know?
So indeed, no, Silliman University has become not only your home, but everybody's home. I think we should write a book about it.
I should.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
I
Like-
just wrote an article. Anyway.
Like Silliman University's Founders Day through the years or something like that. Anyway, let's begin with the plans of the student government for our students. I believe that we're already seeing a lot of students in the campus, and of course, cars parked everywhere around, right? So, what are your plans? And please share to our viewers.
So to start off, our Hibalag plans involve the merging of the Hibalag Booth Festival, which is held annually, alongside with the Genesis for the SUSG, spearheaded by our very own Kyla and Christian and Greta.
Yeah, so as what North has mentioned, Hibalag and Genesis will be merged this year.
Oh.
Concerning with regards to August being the opening of classes, as well as the Hibalag season for Sillimanian. So we will be merging both. So Genesis will be a 3-day event wherein we will be stationing booths for our organizations as well as executive committees of the student government, so that Sillimanians would be able to see and would be able to recruit as well. We will be able to recruit students to join the organizations. In this way, this is also a good way for us to tapok the Sillimanian since it is Hibalag. So, as one na dyan ang celebration. So, Hibalag and then there would be Genesis. Aside from that, we have planned a lot of events. So, each organizations in Silliman are planning events. And aside from that, executive committees in Silliman University and the student government is also planning their individual events. So with this, there will be events na new to Sillimanians.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, there will be events na revamp. So as much as possible, we would want this Hibalag to be really a welcome back to the students.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, also this Hibalag, although we are still transitioning, I believe everyone understands that it would be a hard year for the organizers because we are transitioning from online to face-to-face once again, especially with the COVID protocols and everything. So we would be having 6 days of online Hibalag.
6 days.
6 days.
And this will begin on
the 19th.
August 19th.
Yes,
Okay.
19th. And then we would be having 5 days of face-to-face. So that would be 24 to 29.
Okay.
So August 24 to 29 would be the online, would be the face-to-face Hibalag, wherein you would be seeing all the events. There are, of course, in our Ravelo field, where the Hibalag is usually situated. So,
Very quickly lang, North, because I've seen the teaser for the Hibalag 2022, and if I may recall, the one that I think I was one of the first who wrote a comment in the page. I said it was really a sterling production that you made. I mean, it was very, how do you call it, cinematic, if I may say. So, what is the idea of this year's Hibalag? Because you have this hashtag Hibalag in full bloom.
Oh yes. So about that, sir. Basically the theme revolves around flowers.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like spring. That's why basically we named it Bloom because it's like a season to bring back what we have lost for the
that's so
past
meaningful.
years. Yes, sir. Yeah. So basically we made it into a theme that like connects all the students nostalgic memories and this like bringing back those old Hibalag memories from the past, and we aim to bring back that same spirit, like the excitement that comes with Hibalag Festival. So,
Wow.
yeah.
I can't wait really to see more videos and other publication materials from your team. But let's go now to Dr. Suarez and of course Sir Ruben. What is this year's theme? And if you may share the context and what you mean by this theme.
Me? Okay.
Okay.
The theme is proclaiming God's faithfulness and our resiliency. And the committee really prayerfully went through scripture to find this theme. You know, it's very difficult to find a theme.
Right.
And because we have just been through the COVID crisis and we're still like building, so there are 4 verses that cover the theme. And if I may
Go
say
ahead,
what
ma'am.
they
Sure.
are. Okay, they come from Lamentations 3:22,
Okay.
which says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." And the second one is Jeremiah 29:11. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." The third is from James 1:2-4. "Consider it pure joy, my brothers, when you are involved in various trials, because you know that the testing of your faith produces endurance. But you must let endurance have its full effect, so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing." And the last one is from 2 Corinthians 4:8-9. "We are hard pressed on every side," haven't we been? "But not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. And so the theme is built on this, that God has been faithful and we have been resilient against what has just passed.
Yeah. I think that's a very meaningful juxtapositioning of, verses after verse, and that truly affirms our Christian faith.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Sir Ruben, what are also the plans of the Alumni Office with regards to this year's Founders Day? Are we expecting homecoming? Do we have donations from our alumni?
Yeah. Yes.
We are expecting alumni from here locally and abroad, but the volume won't be the same like
Yeah,
before when it
definitely.
was pre-pandemic. But we have again set up different activities for Founders Day, and it is the time to meet your classmates, alumni, and friends. So the university, through the years, have also set up the Pamahaw Silimaniana, which is, there are 2 mornings. That's the 24th and the 25th at 6:30 in the morning at the Silliman Hall. So if you go there, this is a university-sponsored Pamahaw Silimaniana. So it gives a venue for alumni to meet.
Okay, so all alumni
are invited.
they are welcome.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
So I will already plot it in my calendar.
Just
Yeah.
one breakfast day,
Yeah.
not
Breakfast.
the both, not both days.
All right.
And we also have a memorial service for reunioning classes to remember batchmates that have gone ahead.
Mm.
This is close to the heart of most reunioning classes.
Yeah.
They're batchmates that have gone ahead. So we have that activity, and we also have the President's Hour. This is on the 26th in the afternoon, and it gives a chance of a president to give a report on what the university has done.
Is
where
this like
it's
much of a
going.
sauna?
Some sort of a sauna.
Sauna-ish.
Yes. And one also of the major highlights is really the Outstanding Silliman Awards.
Yeah.
This is a time where we give honor to alumni that have really excelled in their field, and they have touched the lives of other people through what they have done. So we have 4 this year, and we have Dr. Laura Garcia for nursing education and community leadership, and we have Dr. Alicia B. Dumlao for community health and social services, and the third one is Dr. Romeo R. Moriles for pediatric health service to marginalized population, and the fourth one is Dr. Salvador Benjamin D. Vista, an older brother of
Okay.
Susan
Wow.
here,
Congratulations.
for mental health and substance abuse management. So the last 2 years, what was the Outstanding Silliman Awards was done virtually. So we have invited the awardees of 2020 and 2021 to be here to
And they
just
will be
have,
awarded. in
yeah,
one
just
of it.
we will have a special art in the ceremony
Okay.
for them,
That's nice.
so they will receive the
award.
citation,
Okay.
the plaque, and the donning of the medallion.
So I think that is one of the things that we should look forward, especially the Pamahaw. Okay. But Kyla and North, and of course maybe we can ask Ma'am Elizabeth and Sir Ruben, because during the Founders Day, there's such thing as a hibalag flame. Oh, so we are excited to know more about that. #Silliman will be back. Stay with us. back. You're still watching hashtag Silliman. And before we took a short break, we actually asked about our guests' experience about the Hibalag fling. Okay. So let's talk about that Hibalag fling thing. Kyla and North. How was the experience? Wow, it was very direct.
Is this a personal
experience.
Yes.
Or maybe we could explain what Hibalag Fling is first. So
Yeah, of
Hibalag
course.
Fling is like, it should be one of the bucket list bucket list as a Silliman yan. So every Hibalag, we have this what we call Hibalag Fling, wherein you would have a partner or a fling during Hibalag only. So that you have someone who can kuyog you, for example, sa mga events, kaya we would be having bands. So you would have a special someone para maka roam around the booth area.
I'm curious about your experiences in the past Hibalags through the years. Ma'am Elizabeth and Sir Ruben, do you have this Hibalag fling also before?
We had no hibalag,
Yes.
Okay.
but we had booths.
Yeah.
And during my time, we built our own booths. So we would stay overnight and build them out of bamboo.
Mm.
And there was this one booth where you would send your crush so that they would be tied.
Okay.
Yeah, in the booth, and then you will be tied together for some pila ka minutes.
Okay,
And
that's
something
fun.
like that.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
di ba?
We had really beautiful booths at that time. At that time we had an enrollment of Thailanders. It was a big population, so they had their own organization, and you can really see the
Their
Thai
culture.
art and their culture in their booths.
That's nice.
So and from the design of their booth and the food they prepare. So it was a different way and a
Okay.
good, nice experience too.
Kyla and North, you mentioned about Genesis and you mentioned about Hibalag being merged this year. So what's really can we put the line between Genesis and Hibalag?
Okay. So back then, during the previous year, since we start our school year during June earlier, so usually Genesis happens during the month of June. So this is an event it is a week-long event or a 3-day event. It could be a 3-day or a week-long event, and it is something that is made to welcome the students. It is something that is made to really introduce Silliman to the students. What Silliman is like, the student life in Silliman University. As I've mentioned, the organizations, the different activities in Silliman is also showcased during this Genesis week. So also we have this OBT, which is the one big tour here in Silliman University. So this is all actually an activity prepared for freshies. But this year we are expecting more students since there are 2 years of the students who were not able to go here physically in Silliman University. So we are also expecting them to be really a part of Genesis and to engage because it is also their first time experiencing the student life here in Silliman University. Now Hibalag is the Founders Day celebration. It is an 11-day celebration of Silliman University dedicated to the Founders Day, which is August 28th. So Silliman was founded August 28th. So with this, we have an 11-day celebration wherein we would be having a booth festival or a booth area in the Ravello field. So this is really different with Genesis and Hibalag because Hibalag happens in August. But this year, since we are opening in the month of August, we have decided to merge this since Genesis is welcoming the students, and I think we believe that it is a good event to merge Genesis and Hibalag.
Yeah, indeed, it's going to be a very special celebration for all of us because there are those students, I
Yeah.
believe, that who have not yet seen the beauty of the university. It will be the first time to be in the campus, and I think they really deserve such event. No? Dr. Suarez, can you share more about the highlights of this year's Founders Day celebration? What other? I'm sure if we go over the list of activities, it will really eat up a lot of time. But what are the other highlights that you can share to
Well,
us?
usually, there's the parada,
Mm-mm.
si Manana. And then there's the OSA. And then there's the sunrise service, and of course the usual service. And
We also have
that's it.
we have the heritage builders.
Oh yeah.
This is a recognition of our faculty and staff that have gone ahead, and it is based on the number of years of service and from different sectors of the university, from admin, from the janitorial services, or from the medical center.
Right.
It's something like that, and we have their names on the heritage. There's a wall where the each year's names that are recognized are there.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one. I forgot this. We are performing every Founders Day. The College of Performing Arts prepares Silliman performs,
Wow.
and yeah, and this year we're going live.
Oh my. I think I'm
And-
gonna watch.
Yes, please watch.
It's
It
two
will be on
nights.
it will be two nights, on the 25th and the 26th. But it's also online. So because we can only seat 379
In the
at the loose.
okay,
50%
50%
Yeah.
capacity.
capacity.
So we still observe that distancing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think we will be celebrating really big time comebacks. Of course, we have alumni homecoming. We have prepared activities for our students. Now, definitely this is our 121st Founders Day celebration. What do you think is gonna be so different with respect to the activities prepared by SUSG this time?
I think the most exciting part about it is welcoming not only the new students but also the continuing students. They lost like 2 years of like campus life, and I think most of them missed like how it feels to be on campus as well as what it feels to be in Hibalag again, and just basically coming together as a Silliman community. Yeah.
About you, Kyla?
As for me, I think what's different with the 121st Hibalag is really the transition. The difference between online, students would be able to differentiate online Hibalag with physical Hibalag. And since we are having only 5 days of face-to-face, this will really go down in history. Only 5 days of Hibalag, so all activities will be cramped in those 5 days. So you don't want to miss all those activities. So I suggest and I encourage everyone to be really present during those 5 days.
Right. So, Ma'am Elizabeth, as the co-chairperson of the Founders Day celebration, what have been the considerations of the committee with regard to the protocols, the health protocols? Because I
Yeah.
believe we will be really pulling people in the campus.
Yeah, we have really to follow the IATF. The most important thing is that each individual must take care of their own health. We have taken away all of the vaccination cards when you come in, but there is still the triage, and the protocols of the students coming into the Hibalag have also been set. They have season passes. They have
Passes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have passes for the community, and there's a time limit. I think you can tell them more about that. But that's supposed to take care of our health, how we love to be together under the circumstances. And it has really been a challenge because like at the Luz Auditorium, instead of having 700 plus to come in, we only have half. And that also is a challenge for, income but the more important thing is that we are able to do this
Yeah.
and to stay healthy while
Of
doing
course.
it.
Sir Ruben, what is the thing that you look forward, aside from the previous activities that you've mentioned, what's the other thing that you look forward for this year? Because this year is really special.
Well, I look forward to our alumni coming and understanding the difficulty of setting everything. It won't really be like back to pre-pandemic. So they should understand if there are glitches or it's
Yeah.
a different way of handling things, and understanding it's also our first time to handle
Yeah.
this situation. So I hope they will understand. They can get in touch with me and
Be patient.
yeah, patient and
We can
yeah,
explain.
we can explain how it is. So going back to the parada Sillimaniana, there is really a contingent for alumni.
Wow.
And it is my office that handles this. So we are having a briefing for the parade this Monday, and so we can really prepare the participants on how things would go because all the times
Okay.
as well.
Sige. So, we are running out of time for this episode, but next week, please still watch our show. It's till 8 p.m. here in Channel 6 Phil Products for the next part of this conversation, because we'll be talking more about the activities and fun events that we have prepared for you for this Founders Day celebration this year. See you next week. Hey there, Sillimanians! Thank you for joining our episode tonight. Please support as well our social media accounts on Facebook. Our Facebook page is named #Silliman, and we also have our YouTube channel. Please don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. We're also live every 8 p.m. Monday, Channel 6 Phil Products, and replays will be aired every Tuesday before the noontime news and Friday after the noontime news. This has been Joshua Soldivillo. See you next week, only here on #Silliman.